Day 2 of DCW. I'm pleased to be joined by Jonathan Evans from Total Data Centers
Solutions.
Yeah. Total Data Center Solutions. There we go. We'll get that out in the edit anyway. Thanks for taking the time out to speak to us. What brings you to DCW?
Well, today I'm collecting information because I'm fitting out some data centers in Sweden and in the UK.
Lovely.
The UK ones will be next to district heating plants, and the Swedish ones are underground.
Wow.
So
okay.
Interesting selection of data center requirements.
You've got a lot to look at here.
We certainly have. You know, I've built data centers underground before in Green Mountain in Stavanger,
right,
which is an old NATO bunker.
Oh yes, of course.
Next to a fjord.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting, using the fjord to cool it down.
Wow. Right. Well, my next question was going to, how do you go? Obviously, we all know about AI and how much pressure it's putting on power and sustainability. How have you had to up your game when it comes to sustainability? Because obviously we're looking for bigger, more powerful data centers, so we need the...
Yeah, absolutely. Well, fortunately for me, I went to Norway in 2012 to work with Green Mountain when they were just starting. And no one was interested in sustainability or the cost of power.
So you've been there since
right from the very
ground
beginning.
level, yeah, we're ground level, underground level to say that.
And things have changed dramatically since then, of course, you know. So that's made a big difference to us, you know. So I've worked there ever since. I've worked for Eco Data Center.
Okay.
They built a data center in wood, next to a district heating plant, and that was a real new style of data center design. Yeah. I've also worked now with a company called T-Loop, and they're building data centers next to district heating plants around Stockholm and around the rest of Europe now.
Wow.
So district heating combined with data centers is a great combination. They've also got the power availability, which is in Sweden now is very, very difficult to find. It's because all of the battery companies, storage companies have taken some of the power in Sweden. I was working with Nord Pool, promoting Sweden as a data center destination until we ran out of power, and then they withdrew funding. so that worked well. So now I'm working in Finland, Sweden and Norway, and also we've got data centers we're looking at in Lithuania, Estonia, and Sao Paulo in Brazil.
Wow, you are a busy, busy man. I'm glad that I was managed to grab 5 minutes with you. That was absolutely superb. Right, so I'm going to ask you a little sort of like off the side question.
Yeah.
What innovation do you think's coming in 2025 or very shortly that might change everything for us? Is there anything out there that's exciting you? Is probably a better way of putting it.
The funny thing is that I've been promoting immersion cooling for 5 years, but no one has picked up on it, you know, until now. So immersion cooling, I think, at last to begin to get some traction.
Yeah.
You know, to-the-chip cooling has been more popular than immersion, but immersion will eventually come out on top because it's a better engineering solution. Yeah. So I think the emergence of immersion cooling will be the main thing because of the sustainability aspects of it. Yeah. Because the water temperature coming off immersion is much higher than air cooling, and you capture much more of the heat. Yeah. And so that would then be used for heat reuse, which is critical at the moment. Everybody's got to reuse the heat. But what you do with 50 megawatts in the middle of the country, that's the question. And no one knows the answer to that.
Well, you're always ahead of the game. I think you'll probably know the answer first. Jonathan, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Lovely.
You need to speak to this man, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time, Jonathan. Cheers.